Tyese Show, news and ooze, where you get your news, but you'll always get your ooze. I am your host, Tyese, and before I go any further, please make sure you download the Coyoteman Show Network on your mobile apps, on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. You can watch us live each week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time every Sunday at www.coyotemanonline.com/live. And if you happen to miss the live, you can also catch the replays at www.coyotemanonline.com/Tyese Show. Now, today I have with me a very special young man. He is going to be here with me to tell us different things about his life, some things about him, and he is a DJ, only 17 years old, and he's doing big things. He will let us know all of these things about himself. His name is Sterling, also known as DJ Sizzle. All right, so I can't wait to talk to you, ask you some questions, have you tell us a bit about yourself. Now, before we do that, of course, we're always going to hit a current news topic. So now this week in the news, there was a shooting at a Walmart in Virginia, and that had 6 people who were shot and killed, and then also the shooter turned around and he also committed suicide. Now, within this, they actually do not know what the reason is, but authorities are saying that they found his phone and they got from his phone some different things about what may have been going on. It doesn't give a true motive, but he was saying that his co-workers were making fun of him. They really were treating him unfairly, things like that. With several quotes, several things that they quoted as to what he was experiencing at work. He actually started shooting in the break room of the store, and this was one of the managers.
Wow.
31-year-old. His name was Andre Bing. One of the things that he said, I put my glasses on because and see like I used to. He said, the associates gave me evil, twisted grins, mocked me, and celebrated my downfall the last day. That's why they suffer the same fate as me. So we have been seeing quite a bit of mass murders, and the numbers are just increasing. There was also another mass murder that happened in Virginia, as well as this one, just recently, just several days prior. So, I mean, what do you attribute, Sterling, to why there's been an increase in mass murders?
Honestly, I think it's a social media aspect. Some people base their life around social media, and they listen to what a lot of people say about them. But you just gotta have that mindset. Don't really listen to what the next person got to say, because only you know what's really going on in your life, and only you really know what you can do and how you can better yourself and make yourself become a better person. So I really just think it's all of a peer pressure, having anxiety. Just listen to what people has to say about you, but in all, you really just can't listen to what nobody has to say, because only you and God really know what's going to happen or what you could do to better yourself or your future.
Exactly. There's a mental health component, and anyone that's been watching the show knows that the tagline for the show here at the Tyese Show News and Zoos and is what we do for therapy. So now, the reason why I say that there was a mental health component is that anytime you have someone whose behaviors are that drastic, that result in them harming themselves and other people, there was definitely something mentally that was going on. He was saying again, that, you know, his coworkers were unfair to him, mistreating him, things like that. However, what would make someone go that far and that extreme with their you know, with their actions is the question, you know. So what needs to happen, and it's been said before in these mass shootings, is that you have to understand mentally what was going on with the shooter,
Right.
you know, not just at the time, but what was going on before. Were there any signs, you know, were there any signs of maybe depression, anger, of course. And they're saying that Andre was like an angry, aggressive person. But there still is there's always a foundation for that. Where did that come from? You
Um,
know,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, you know, it could have been something, you know, that could have happened at home. It could have been something that, you know, that could have came from family. You know, people who take people who can't really take in what they get from their family, and then they go out in the public and they take it out on the public instead of handling it inside their family home, or might be afraid to say something to somebody inside their family and then go and, you know, take it out on other people in like at their job. You know, you might go to the grocery store but just get angry at the cash register worker. So, you know, I just think it could have been something at home, but, you know, I guess he wasn't he and mindful he wasn't strong enough to tell somebody, or even like have a like talk to a therapist, or like, you know, just reach out to somebody and let them know what he's going through, because it's like talking to somebody and talk to a therapist is like a real thing. Like you can actually debrief and like better yourself by talking to somebody about your problems. And I could definitely be a witness for that. You know, just talking to somebody about your problems, it definitely betters a situation and gets your mindset out of doing bad things or angry moods and stuff. So yeah, I think that's what if there was a question of where's what could he have done, I believe that's what he could have did.
exactly. There was something going on now, and it more than likely it did start from home. You know, because I always say that we are a product of our upbringing and our experiences. So and the mind is so powerful that any negativities that could have been happening at home could have been sitting in his mind, and then that just was exacerbated when he went to work. If you know that the anger there then is anger set in, you know, that comes out in his behavior and in his actions. And then also and he may have had a basis for being angry at work.
Right.
There may very well have been people who were mistreating him, who were talking about him, you know, things like that. But it would not have gone that far if he seeked the help,
Right.
you know, that he needed, you know. And he was very young. It's very unfortunate, and we're seeing it so often. And you know, I always say that if you need, or you feel like you need to do harm to yourself or others, it is definitely past time for you to reach out for help. And that could be counseling, that could, you know, that could be therapy. And it does not make a difference really the age,
Right.
you know.
Right.
I was saying before, like in previous episodes here, to show that parents tend to not see the signs that kids are going through when it comes to certain stresses coming out and certain triggers. Okay, and how they're able to handle those. And if you're not teaching your kids how to deal with these trials, tribulations, things that come up, then they're not going to learn.
Exactly.
You know, and then they just become teens, and they become adults that really need to be repaired, because now the damage is done and it's been set in. You know, so definitely starts at the home, and you know, children learn so much between the ages of just 3 and 7, you know, per child psychologist, that is the time to really form the foundation of what your child is going to be able to accomplish, what kind of values, beliefs, and morals you put into the child, you know, things like that. So with all that being said, when we don't learn how to be resilient without going through things. However, we still have to learn how we face the traumas, that because things going to happen. Life is always going to throw something out at us, but we have to know how to overcome things.
Right.
And you just don't really, it's not taught in schools.
Right.
That's for sure. And it may not even be taught by your parents or whoever's raising you, because they don't know themselves.
Exactly.
They're going through their own things.
Exactly.
Where I wish that parents would really get more help is to be able to see the signs. You can't just allow your child to be raised by video games, social media. They barely know their ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, but they know all the words to this latest song. And
right.
No, that's not right. You're letting everything else and every other stimulus raise them except for you.
Right.
Not putting enough time in. And then these are children who become adolescents with issues, and adolescents become adults with issues. And it just becomes an ongoing cycle, and it leads to generational curses, that have not been addressed.
Right.
So he definitely had some type of mental issues that were really, left by the wayside. And that's very unfortunate. So hopefully now that there is so much more awareness as to being able to get help, mental help, emotional help through a counselor or therapist, that more people will reach out. If you ever feel like you may be to the breaking point where you feel like you may want to harm yourself, now you can always you can text to 988 and help will be on the way. Always remember that, but always ask for help. You can reach out and talk to people. There are every school, I want to say, has a school counselor. That can be that person can be a resource. That can be the start. Talk to parents first. If you don't seem to be getting anywhere with parents, then you reach out past the home.
Right.
and just keep going, because someone is going to be there to help you, if not multiple resources to help you. Now, when it comes to mental health therapy as well, it used to be that you had to have only people that got a therapist really had like $150, $200 an hour to pay one.
Yeah.
Years ago, which was not a whole lot of us. So now, you have insurances. Insurance is able to pick it up for you, and then you may have a small copay. You may not even have that.
Right.
So if you need help, please reach out. Also, in the news, and I know you are not going to know who I'm talking about when I say this. Sterling is definitely the youngest guest that I've had. However, he is valued nonetheless. But this week, unfortunately, we lost Miss Irene Cara. She was in this. She started actually in the 70s. She's an actress and singer. And she started off in the 70s on a children's show, Electric Company, it was called. And her career flourished from there. And she became a singer, and she was known for the movies Fame and also Flashdance. So I'm going to tell you, because again, like I said, I know you don't, no, you don't know. But Fame and Flashdance were these movies that were really about picture School of the Arts. Okay. Here in Baltimore, like on steroids. Okay. So it was wanting to become famous through your art, which could have been singing, it could have been dancing, it could have even been visual arts, but that's what the show, that's what Fame was about, trying to be famous, And it was very she's very, very talented woman, and like I said, singer, actress, and she was just a beautiful, beautiful person. She was 63 years old, so not very old actually, unfortunately. So we lost her a little too soon. And now it has been actually said to be unknown why she passed away, and of course the family, wants some discretion
Hmm.
and everything while they're grieving. But she will definitely be missed. A lot of us that are older remember her, and we enjoyed those movies. So now I want to go ahead and give you your due, give you your flowers, and now move on to you. And now you are a DJ,
Yes.
and what school? You're 17. What school do you attend?
I'd say Mervo High School.
Mervo. Okay. All right. Well, shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to Mervo. Shout out to
Okay.
Mervo.
All right. Poor thing. You didn't go where I went, but it's okay. I went to
Uh-huh.
city.
Yeah. But we had a nice little first game with them this year, so
Right.
we had a nice little game with them. We
Yeah.
beat them, but
I hear that. I hear that. You had to put that in. I ain't mad at you. All right. Okay. So tell everybody, more about yourself.
Okay, well, first my name is Sterling, aka DJ Sizzle. I'm also a football player. I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. Varsity captain, head captain of the varsity football team. I wear number 4. I play middle linebacker. A little bit about me on football. I've been playing football for a long time, since I was 5. So that's about like 12 years? No, 7. No, however years it is.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, 12 years. I've been playing since I was 5 years old. I love the game of football. Everything that comes with it. All the injuries, all the fights, all the hard hits, everything. I love it. I have a passion for football. I'm currently trying to go to high school, get a scholarship. I'm sorry, go to college and get a scholarship for football. So that's
wow.
definitely on my
Okay.
goals. That's definitely I'm also getting recruited by a couple schools. Not yet scholarships, but just waiting for my opportunity at the next level. I lost 2 friends on my football team. Shout out to my best friend, rest in peace, Elijah Gorham. He was like my best friend. We played football since we was 5 years old, playing flag football and stuff. So
Wow.
yeah. So we kind of like we grew up, and it was just crazy because as we was like 5 to like 8 or 9 years old, we were playing football together. Northeast Chargers, over on the northeast side, Baltimore. We was playing with them, and we kind of separated. We all went, we went our different ways to different teams, but we were still friends. And it was just crazy because at the time he was at another high school, and once I got to Mervo, he came back to Mervo because he was a grade higher than me. He was a year older than me.
Okay.
So he was in the 10th, I was in the 9th. When I got into Mervo, he transferred over to Mervo. So it was just crazy. So we started off playing football together,
Right.
and now we come back together at high school. So it was a good feeling, to play against my teammate. But last year, unfortunately, he lost his life. We was playing against our rivalry team, Dunbar, last year in the regular season game, and he had a freak accident. So yeah, that was very tragic. But shout out to his mom, Miss Chantrice. I love you. You like my second mom. Shout out to you. But yeah, it was definitely hard. That was at that point in time where I felt like I was in a low part of my life. Losing your friend like that to something that you love, something that you're passionate for, is crazy. And it make you think about like football. Like, football is a dangerous sport, and you see a lot of people get injured, have injuring career, season injury or career ending injuries, and you think about it like, is this something that I really want to do? And it's been I had plenty of injuries. Like when I was in the 5th grade, I dislocated my right knee.
Oh.
Yeah, and then after that, I tore my MCL my 8th grade year. And then the next year, at the end of my 9th grade year, I had severe patellar tendonitis. So I've been down, I've been on my back about 3 times, but it's like my motivation, my perseverance for it. Like, I
Right.
could have been stopped playing, but I really want to salute to my mom. she a big reason why I'm still playing football now, and especially Elijah. You know, he wanted to go to football. Yeah, but he wanted to go to college to play football. So now I'm trying to do something that he couldn't be able to do. So yeah, it's definitely that was definitely a big it was a setback, but it was also a big motivational step for me.
Right.
And you
Right.
know,
'Cause he wouldn't want you to quit.
yeah, he wouldn't want me to quit. You know, he was that type of person. He was that type of person. Like he knew when to be serious, and he knew when to laugh. And like he like in times like this, he would want me to like just keep pushing, like don't stop. So I'm gonna do what I think I should be able to do, and that's play at the next level for him. So yeah, definitely the big reason why I'm still playing football. Also, I want to say rest in peace to Jeremiah Brogdon. He was also one of our football players. He got killed right before our first football game, like the day of our first football game. Yeah, he was killed in our school parking lot. Rest in peace to him. It's just it's crazy.
Type of, what type of conflict was going on?
I don't. We like a lot of us really don't really know like too much about it, but just the thought of like, well, just the vision, like we was just walking through the hallways. Somebody said, somebody. At first we heard, somebody got hit by a car, and then somebody said it was somebody on the football team. So we just went outside, and all we just see is somebody ran up, like it was everybody was screaming. We like, what's going on? And mind you, we was still walking outside trying to figure out what's going on. But prior to that, we was all supposed to be in because we was getting ready for the game, because we had a game at nighttime. So we was getting ready for the game. So the whole football team was supposed to be together eating pizza and stuff. So everybody was together, but he was the only one that wasn't with us. Like the whole team was in there, but he was like the only one that wasn't with us. But yes, so it was like somebody got shot in the head. So you like, what? So we just get to running outside, and then he's just laying there on the ground. It's hard growing up in Baltimore City as a child. You see a lot of things that a child really ain't supposed to see.
Exactly.
And it's very traumatizing, and it's traumatic. But like growing up in this city, like it's hard. It's bad to say that you gotta get used to it, but just like it's just something that you hearing every day, but it's not something that you seeing every day. And it was a very traumatic moment for me and my teammates. Just seeing your teammate laying there, nothing you could really do because of the situation, and it was just a bad feeling. But that also gave us like even more motivation, because at first as a team, I can say as the captain of the team, we wasn't all together as a team, and like we was like individuals, and like as the year progressed, we kind of started slowly coming together as a team. And especially last year before the with Elijah, before the Dunbar game, we was a group of individuals, but once that happened, that gave us that motivation, like, yo, we gotta come together, like we gotta be teammates, like we got a purpose, we got somebody that we need to finish this for, somebody we need to do this for, we got a purpose, let's get it done. So that was definitely a big motivational step. But yeah, we definitely had some traumatic times, and I think I done had a very traumatic high school life, but try to make the best out of it.
Right.
Try to make the best out of it. And I also lost my sister too, but rest in peace, Dejanay.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but also lost my sister. So it's I just been through a lot, but I didn't let it slow me down. I didn't let it slow me down because if you destined to do something, and if this is what you want to do, like just from the football point of view, if that's what you want to do, you can get it done at any level.
Right.
Like just going to college, you can go to JUCO, you can go D3, D1, D2, and you can still make it to the next level. There's a lot of football players now that's in the NFL that went to JUCOs and then went to Division 2s, Division 1s, and still went to NFL. So anything is possible. You just gotta put your mind to it. And a few weeks ago I had a traumatizing, not traumatizing, but it was a trauma. I had a concussion. It was like a very severe concussion. I don't really remember too much from the situation, but everybody was saying, I went unconscious. I wasn't moving. Like I was temporarily paralyzed, like my whole body, and you know, like my eyes was rolling to the back of my head. You know, it was a very scary moment, and just a thought, because I know my mom was at that game. A lot of people I knew was at that game. You know, especially my teammates. Like they was telling me like they really thought I was done for, because like the way I was like my body and stuff. They said like I wasn't moving, I wasn't responding. So you know, it was a very scary moment. But you know, I didn't let it slow me down, because one, the doctor said the way I progressed, like the way I recovered was so quickly. Like it was amazing, like the way I progressed. So I thank God for that.
Right.
Yeah.
God has something
Yeah,
different for
I definitely thank God for that, and all honor to God too. Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
That's
but yeah,
right.
I definitely praise God for that, because you know that could have been the end of my career right there. But
Exactly.
it's just like, I don't know, like it's just something about me, the way I can just get through stuff, get through traumatic stuff. Like, and, you know, I had to sit out 2 games, 3 games after that. But you know, just that feeling of not being able to play, like that's a bad feeling, because last year, the game Elijah got injured, I couldn't play that game.
Yeah.
So, cause the previous game I got into a altercation on the football field, and I was standing up for one of my teammates, and I got ejected. So if you get ejected, you know, the next game, you can't play the next game. You have to sit out the next game. So it was a coincidence, and it made me like have regret. It was like, if I wouldn't have did that, something different could have happened the next game. I could have been there the next game. So I definitely had a very downing moment in my life where I had to seek a therapist. So you know, think about my actions. So you know, that was definitely a life-changing moment in my life.
All right, we're gonna go to commercial break, pay some bills, and we'll be back. Come back with us. The Tyese Show, News and News.
We must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing, education, and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the Coyoteman Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.
Welcome back to the Tyese Show, News and Ooze. I'm here with my guest, Sterling. He is a football player and as well a DJ, also known as DJ Sizzle. So we're going to get more into that. And so now, I hear that you've had to overcome so many obstacles. There's been quite a bit that has gone on. I heard you say that you have gone to therapy, and I so commend you for doing that. It can be very hard, really, to kind of dig deep and say that you need to talk to someone, that you need help. So I'm so glad that you've done that. Would like to hear more about some different things that motivate you.
Well, a big motivational person when it comes to like life in general, not just the aspect of football, is Ray Lewis. Uh, in his childhood, he had to go through stuff with his family, his mom and his dad, a lot of stuff at home, and the way he got through stuff, it was like it was on his own, but then it wasn't at the same time. Like, so he has this motivational speech where he was like, he seen his dad, like beating on his mom and stuff, and like his thing was, I'm gonna try to get strong as possible, to whereas I could be able to protect my mom from men beating on her and stuff. And he had a thing where he'd get a deck of cards, and he'll flip the deck and then do whatever push-ups, however many numbers was on the push-ups on the cards and stuff. And then but yeah, he's definitely one of the big motivational person in my life. My mom is a big motivator in my life. Without my mom, I don't even think I'd be still playing football right now. After the ninth grade, when I got my third surgery, for like just from football, it was like, dang, I keep getting injured. Like, I don't even know if I want to still go. And my mom was like, no, just keep going and just keep going. And I'm like, if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be in the position I am now, to about to get some scholarships so I can go to college and play school for football for free. So that's definitely that's definitely some big motivations right there.
Yeah. Mom is doing it. I hear that. All right. Yeah. Shout out, Mom. Okay.
Shout out Charmaine Brown, my mom.
I know Mom got a half of Baltimore watching you this evening.
That's actually true. A lot of people know me where I go. Especially a lot of adults. My mom, she runs a front home, William C. Brown Community Front Home. So a lot of people know me from there. She also in a lot of different organizations, motorcycle clubs, other stuff in that.
Okay,
So
Mom.
yeah, she's definitely a big involved person, and try to stay involved in the community. Also, my god brother, Corey Larkins, he's very involved in the community. So it's a lot of people that know me from just from my parents. I mean, just from my mom and my dad. My dad, he a lot of people know him too. So it's a lot of people looking out for me.
Yeah. So I can see that's where a lot of your motivation comes from. So again, we are a product of our upbringing and our experiences, So you have that era about you of not quitting, not being a quitter, because this is what Mom, and Dad are instilling in you.
Right.
So that's a beautiful thing to see, especially like you said in Baltimore City, because it is really hard growing up here, and it's not just Baltimore. I mean, this is every major city in the United States.
Right.
It's hard to grow up in certain areas because of all of the violence that's going on, the infest of things like drugs, alcohol, all of that. But it's refreshing to have someone younger come on to the show and be able to talk about what what you've overcome, and not just that, but how you've actually sought help, and where your motivation lies, and everything. So again, I appreciate that. And so now, what about some other passions besides football?
Well, I've been skating, so like I got a passion for skating. I've been skating
roller skating?
Yeah, roller skating.
Oh, I want to roller skate again.
Yeah, I've been doing that for about a couple of years now. I got like my own little skate group, me and my homeboys. So that's definitely a fun thing to do. I try to stay out. Stay out the way, stay out the streets and stuff. Try to keep myself busy. So that's definitely the way I kept myself busy. And that's kind of like what got me into, not what got me into, because I've been in the music all my life.
Oh,
so
music,
I've been in music all my life. So but like being in the skating rink, I kind of like develop a lot of relationships with like DJs and stuff. And, just like outside the skating rink too. I got my what's a coincidence, and I really didn't know until my dad told me. But like 4 people on like my uncles and cousins on my father's side, like they all DJs. So it's like before I even knew that I wanted to be a DJ. So that's definitely crazy. Before I even knew, you know, like, and then they higher up like DJs, like they got a little bit of a ranking to them. So, you know, I guess it just runs in the family. Definitely. Then what's crazy, yeah, it's just a passion for music. My whole family got passion. Everybody got talents in my family. My uncle, he played a saxophone. My mom, she thinks she could sing.
Now she thinks.
She thinks she could sing, and she like to sing in the car and stuff. So, you know, she thinks she could sing. I used to play the cello in middle school.
Really?
Yeah.
I was violin.
Yeah, I used to play the cello.
The cello.
I also played the saxophone for a little bit.
I love the saxophone.
Yeah. And, my uncle, he played the drums. So, you know, there's a lot of musical stuff going on. But oh yeah, but what's also crazy too, my stepfather's a DJ too. So it's like my sister's father, he's a DJ too. So that was definitely crazy. So it's like it really just running a family at this point. Like, you know, that's definitely crazy.
A lot of DJs.
Yeah, a lot of DJs.
So now this is actually, even at Sterling's age, this is actually not his first interview. You've interviewed several times before. So tell us more about that.
Yes, I've been interviewed on a news a couple times. I think it's about like maybe like 5 or 6 times by now. But it was for football though. So, you know, just being the role model and the leader for the football team and being the head captain for the football team, you know, you gotta have that. You gotta present yourself differently than you know, gotta present yourself for the public. That's also present yourself for yourself and make your family, you know, show everybody what your family's done for, you know, how they brought you up. So that's what I've been trying. That's what I have been doing. So, you know, I've been trying to put on a good face for, you know, football team, because, you know, there's a lot of people that think a lot of stuff about our school, but in all, like, we really have a nice school. It's not just what's being put out the, you know, social media and the eye. Like, you're not in the school every day to really see what's going on through Mervo. You know, we got a lot of people that really care about the school too, and a lot of students really care about the school too. So, you know, it's a lot of good stuff and it's a lot of bad stuff, but the good stuff outweigh the bad stuff. So yeah.
Good, and I'm glad you acknowledge that. Other people should acknowledge it as well. You know, we always tend to look at the negative side of things and not see, you know, like you said, there are plenty of people that just we're not there every day. You know, we don't know. Right. You know, so to just put Mervo or any school, you know, in a bad light, you know, is not a good thing. And that's really how as well Baltimore, you know, is the same way. Baltimore is put in a bad light, you know, but there's so many positives here, and schools like Mervo and like City, you know, are here to to bring out, you know, the positives in young people. You know, so what are your, speaking of which, what are your aspirations? You're senior now, so you know, what are your aspirations past high school? I know you said that you're looking to go full scholarship and everything with football.
Yes, I'm definitely trying to use my talents for football, you know, to get me to the next level for college. I want to graduate college, you know, just because, you know, I'm not the first person to graduate from college in my family, so, you know, but it's a lot of people that is the first person to graduate from college, so, you know, that's a big accomplishment for some people. But I definitely want to graduate college. I want to play football at the next level. You know, I never been the type of person to, you know, oh, I'm gonna go to the NFL for football. You know, I'm going to play in the NFL, because, you know, it's a lot of things that can happen. You know, I've been on my back 3 times due to injury, so I know, like, your career can just end just like that in a snap. So I never really based my life to go to the NFL. You know, I always had backup plans. And, so definitely, but for now, you know, while I'm as healthy as I am, a little tad bit, because I got bad knees. I'm only 17, but yeah, definitely trying to go to college for football. But also backup plans, you know, I have I don't have it, but my family business is a funeral home. So, you know, my grandfather, my grandmothers are the owners and founders of, you know, William C. Brown Community Funeral Home. So, you know, William Brown and Barbara Brown. So shout out to them, because they kind of paved the way they kind of like laid the foundation for my family, you know, for generations to come.
Exactly.
So definitely shout out to them.
And that's what we need to see more of. Is businesses that are being handed down from generation
to generation.
And you know, and if you decide not to go into the family business, that's fine, because it's your life, and I'm sure your mom has told, your mom and dad have told you that.
Definitely.
However, having the business there, those are the types of things that we,
exactly.
even as, you know, as Black people, that we need to do, is make sure that we have businesses so that we can pass down that generational wealth. I mean, everyone knows, you know, William Brown Funeral Home in Baltimore, you know, so it's just good that you have that to fall back on. Is there anything else that you've considered, maybe, you know, taking in college, anything else that you're interested in, you'd major in?
Definitely, right now on my list is, you know, sports management, kinesiology, and what is it? It's been like basically like a personal trainer, or like it's called being a agent, being an agent. So basically, like, you know, being like an NFL player agent, or like or physical therapy. So, you know, because like physical therapists, they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. So
yeah,
it's
they
like,
do.
they make a lot of money, and agents definitely make a lot of money too. So, you know, I'm like a money hungry person, but because, like, you know, like, just I gotta have that mentality, like, to like go get it. Like, I'm 17 and I got 4 different jobs, so it's like, it's like so it's like so I definitely try to keep myself busy. Like, I stay busy. I have DJing, I have my own car washing business. I work in the front of home.
Car washing business?
Sterling's Car Washes. Sterling's Car Wash. But but yes, I wash all our family business, you know, like hearses, limos. I also wash for other limos too. Other front of homes too. John Williams. I wash for John Williams front of homes. So, you know, and other front of homes. So yeah, it's definitely I definitely try to keep myself busy, you know, try to, and it's definitely hard to, you know, balance school, football, and work at the same time. Which, you know, I had to do it, and, you know, I'm lucky. I'm blessed that I got that mentality to be able to do stuff like that. Because, you know, a lot of kids can't really think like that. They only have the ability, you know, just do one thing at one time. But some people have that mentality, you know, they can do multiple things at multiple times. So I'm definitely blessed for that.
Right.
So yes.
Right. And I mean, and we're all given, you know, different talents, skills, and abilities, you know, from God. It's just working it out, you know, so that you not only know them, but you know how to excel and balance at the same time, because it is a juggling act. And you have plenty, you know, you spoke about, you know, a lot of kids, you know, young people your age don't know how to do that, but you have plenty of adults, you know, even up to my age, that don't know how to balance, you know, work and school and the kids and, you know, everything else, and working 2 and 3 jobs, you know, to make ends meet. But, you know, you are, you know, paving your own way, you know, and then you have mentors, and, you know, you have family, that, and I hear coming from you, you know, also that you have God, you know, and that is exceptionally important. And I'm so, I mean, I'm just, you know, meeting you but I'm so proud of you, because your family, I'm proud of your parents, you know, because your family has been able to instill that foundation in you, you know what I mean? So you have good roots.
Yes,
as they say, you come from good roots.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You know, exactly. So, you know, you're definitely on your way. I like hearing you said sports agent, and then also that physical therapy, you know, I come from an exercise, physiology, you know, kind of background, you know, and so I like hearing that. It's there's definitely always a future, you know, like you said, in that. And you can go so many different ways with it. You know, you can be the commentator, or you can be the agent that's recruiting, or you can be running on the field when, you know, somebody ends up on their back, you know, and bandaging them up and
Right,
all of
right,
that,
right.
travel with the team and everything. So it's so many ways you can go, and of course, you still have as well the backup plan of the family business
Hmm.
and everything. So I mean, you're well grounded.
Yeah, yeah.
You're well grounded, and that's a beautiful thing. What type of advice would you give to people your age that are really, they're struggling. Maybe there's
Hmm.
some things going on at home. Maybe there's even things going on in school,
Hmm.
and just about just the bounce back.
Um, I definitely start off with saying like, have that person. Like, it don't even have to be somebody that you know. Just have that person where you can just go to them and talk about anything. Cause school is definitely stressful, especially for a teenager. Like, high school is stressful, and I can say that
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely stressful just with school alone. Not even with homework. Like high school, you really don't even get homework, and it's still stressful. So it's like it's definitely a lot. It's definitely good to talk to somebody about your feelings
Mm-hmm.
or like what you may be going through. Because if you don't talk
Right.
about it, it's going to eat you alive. And if it eats you alive, that just go back to people doing shootings and stuff. So you
Exactly.
don't want it to get to that point because
Mm-hmm.
all that anger you build up, all that anger, it's going to come out one way, and you whatever you do, you ain't going to like it yourself. So that's why some people turn
Mm-hmm.
around and harm themselves. But yeah, definitely
Right.
seek help. But also don't quit. Um, Try to find something that'll motivate you. Find that something that's somebody that you're gonna do it for. Find motivation in whatever way you can, because motivation really puts your mindset farther and farther than other people. So definitely try to find motivation, because that help you better yourself. Just better
Right.
yourself, and all that's the main goal, to better yourself, to set yourself up in the
Mm-hmm.
future for better. So yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You were doing the right things, and I hear Ray Lewis is one of your mentors,
Mhm.
so to speak. You have any other mentors you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to shout out DJ Prolific. He's definitely
Mm-hmm.
a mentor. Um, he kind of, him and DJ Platinum. That's my stepfather. They definitely the
Okay.
reason why I started DJing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just like for my love of music, it really came from that. But
Mm-hmm.
just saying my stuff of DJing and stuff on the big turntables and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like my first ever time DJing, I was DJing off my phone. They got a little DJ app on your phone, so I was DJing off
I've
the
heard
phone.
there's
Yeah.
apps now. Yeah.
So yeah, I was
Mm-hmm.
DJing out my phone, and
Mm-hmm.
then I actually, like, the first time I DJ'd in front of people, it was on a big old school, 12-inch turntables. And,
Mm-hmm.
that's my stepfather. He had a big old 12-inch turntable. So, I learned all the turntables, and it was crazy. It was definitely a good experience. So yeah, just for that reason, though, they was definitely some big influences on my
Right.
my
Right.
potential and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I tried the DJ thing a couple of times. my my kid's father had the big, like you said, turntables. They
Mm-hmm.
sat in that case, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like that and
Uh-huh.
everything.
Uh-huh.
And we used to me and my brother. I have a brother. He's 6 years younger than me. And we used to mess around on that thing. He used
Mm-hmm.
to let us mess around. Well, actually, he did end up DJing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I never got good at it, but that's when I actually started writing. So
Mm-hmm.
I used to write rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think I was going to be like MC Light or somebody. Didn't quite get there, but now I am a poet.
Uh-huh.
So.
You got one aspect of it.
That's right.
Mhm.
Exactly. And did you know yourself that this month is Hip Hop Awareness Month?
Nah,
Like
actually, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know that. That's
It
crazy.
is.
That's
So
crazy.
who are some of your favorites in hip hop?
What you talking, like rappers or like DJs or
Rappers.
rappers?
So yeah, some people
I
rappers
definitely like
we would know.
I definitely like Meat Mill. He
Mm-hmm.
talked about a lot of stuff, like that he some real life stuff that he really like been through, and the way that he bossed up from being in the streets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now he getting his family out the hood and all that. So that's definitely a big person. Meek Mill.
Right.
Who else? I definitely say Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby a lot.
Okay.
His background, you know, he came from being a drug dealer to now being one of the, technically right now, statistically, the best rapper in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely a way to change your lifestyle and use your talents. Because at first he wasn't a rapper. Like he said himself, he wasn't a rapper. He ain't really know what rap was until he just hopped in a booth, you know, and just started talking. Now that's how he became a rapper. So that's definitely a big motivation. You don't, and definitely try to experience new things, because if you don't, you're not gonna know what you can do. You're not gonna know your talents and stuff. So definitely experience new things. So yeah, they some big motivational people, rappers.
Yeah, it allows you to express yourself, you know, in writing and song and everything. And one, I like Meek Mill. Lil Baby's documentary is
it was
on,
real nice. Yeah, I definitely watched that.
I have to admit, I started watching. I haven't finished. Something stopped me. I can't remember, but I'm going to go back to it. You know, because I kept hearing about him, hearing his name and everything, and you know, my daughters are like 29 and 27, and that's one of the rappers that they listen to. And then I like, of course, I'm old school, you know. I like all the old school stuff, you know. So I'm like, of course, was Tupac and Biggie, you know. But I mean, even older, like Boogie Down Productions. I mean, have you listened to anything like that?
Yeah. I definitely listen to, you know, because you know my parents, they like they're in their 40s, and my dad, you know, he just turned 50. So you know, I grew up an old soul. Like I still yeah, like I'm really like an old soul. Like I know like all types of music. Like. So you know, I listen, you know, old R&B from like the 80s, 90s, the 70s. What's her name? Shirley Murdoch.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
So you know, I definitely listen to all types of music. I'm not just, you know, limited to 2010s, you know, 20s. So you know, I definitely listen to a lot of music. Definitely got a wide range of music I like and stuff. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I like Jay-Z, Eminem.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, all them. Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, love Ice Cube. I even recently found out that I actually like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the top 10 rappers, you know, like all time, or top 15. You know, he definitely a big, because he paved the way and put out a lot of rappers like Nicki Minaj. He definitely put her out there. You know, now she's one of the top female, you know, artists of like all time, basically. You know, she's like in that top 10, you know, percentage. So he definitely paved the way for a lot of rappers now. So definitely big shout out to you know, Lil Wayne. Yeah, he definitely put a lot of rappers in motion so they can be at where they at now. So yeah.
And for me, it's definitely about the lyrics, you know, and I hear that, you know, from you too. If it's you talking about nothing, right,
because
I don't care what the beat sounds like. I probably don't want to hear it. I might dance to it if it's on, you know. If I'm out dancing and I hear it, I'm gonna keep dancing, you know. But the hip hop that matters, you know, that matters to me is with the lyrics, you know, whatever they're talking about, you know, speak your truth, you know, express yourself, get it out, you know, that's a coping skill. You know, I'm sure you've learned that as well. You know, get it out there. But I like to. That's the type of hip hop I like. It has to have some substance to it. Right. You know, if it doesn't. I can't do the trash. Right. You know, I can't. Yeah. I cannot. Yeah. So the last question that I always ask everyone that comes onto the show is, and I know you're you know, a young guy, but you have you know, a lot of road ahead, but you have some road behind too, you know, with some things that you've been through. So the question is, how has your journey so far been therapeutic for you?
It definitely opened up my eyes to the real world. Losing 2 friends, and one of them was my best friend. It definitely opened up my eyes to like real life stuff. Like some stuff you only see in the movies, but like it happened like right in front of me. So
Right.
definitely open my eyes to the real world. Just to be aware of your surroundings at all times. There's a lot of stuff that goes on from different things, different people. You got drug addicts, you got gangs here. You go on this side of the street, it's another gang. You on this neighborhood, it's another situation. So it's definitely opened my eyes to be, more aware of my surroundings, more aware of the people I hang around, the company you keep. I think you should really keep like a small circle when it comes to friends and stuff. So yeah. So that's definitely a big thing. Just open up my eyes to the real world is definitely a big thing.
And I'm so glad that your parents have been so much of a positive force in your life, and also that they have instilled, that God is your foundation, the truth, the way, and the life, and that's what it's about, But I want to thank you, for coming on and sharing your story. There are things that it can't be easy to talk about, So I really appreciate you being here. And I want to invite you to actually, to come back. You're welcome to come back, another time, especially, we get to hear about some of these triumphs, whether it be as a DJ, whether it be football, what you got going on. Tell everybody how you can be followed.
You can follow me on Instagram at DJ_Sizzle with 2 E's. That's my Instagram. Shoot, that's my Facebook. That don't work no more. But yeah, that's all we got. I just want to shout out DJ Star. That's like my best friend when it comes to the DJing tip. I told him how to before when I started DJing at first. That he started DJing, I kind of told him how to DJ in my basement. So the next day we went to a party. We just had chemistry from there. Shout out to him. That's definitely one of my motivations to keep playing. That's definitely my brother. Shout out DJ Zay. You one of the hottest DJs right now. You got the Free Minds mix right now, the one that Diddy danced to and all that.
Okay.
Shout out to DJ Zay. I knew him for 2 years. He definitely a big motivation too. He kind of because he started off as a kid DJing to 14, 13, 15 DJing, 16, and then got up to where he is now. Now he's like the hottest DJ in the city right now. So definitely big shout out to him. I taught him like he like a brother to me too. I want to shout out a couple of DJs real quick. DJ Swizzy, shout out to them from the skating aspect. And shout out to 695. There's a whole bunch of different DJs.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to all y'all. I definitely been some uncle figures, big brother figures, father figures. A lot just from the DJing culture. There's definitely a lot of people I know, and that's been looking out for me. Big shout out to DJ Prolific though. He kind of started me off. Like I started off DJing in his room, in his house. So he kind of helped me with it. And definitely big shout out to my stepfather, DJ Platinum. He started me off with DJing. And shout out to all my uncles, all my uncle DJs. There's a lot of DJs that all my uncles. Shout out to DJ Ricky. Shout out my uncle Ricky. He a DJ. Shout out to Global Quan. That's my other cousin. He a DJ. Shout out to Global Quan. There's a lot of people I know. Shout out to all the DJs that influenced me too, that I spoke to. DJ Flow, all y'all. That big shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all y'all.
All right. Well, thank you again, Sterling, DJ Sizzle, for coming on the show. Next time I might have you do the Baltimore, the Park Heights strut. I was trying last night.
Yeah. Big shout out to DJ Zay because that's his mix. So definitely big shout out to him.
Yes.
Big shout out to him because he definitely grabbed a lot of people eyes with that Diddy. So he definitely Diddy. That's a big thing right now because that's a billionaire you talk to. So that's definitely sparking something. So he definitely put he kind of put Baltimore back on the map. He was already on the map, but he put us even farther just from one blend. Just from one blend, everybody talking about Baltimore again. So definitely big shout out to him. Give him his flowers.
That's right. That's right.
I'm always a person to give somebody flowers, give credit where credit is due. So
that's right.
Definitely big flowers.
Exactly. And credit due here. Thank you again for coming on the show,
Thank you for
Sterling.
bringing me on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for watching the Tyese Show News and Ooze. make sure that you follow us, www.coyotemanonline.com/Tyese show to see previous shows. You can always join us live as well every single Sunday, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Thank you, the Tyese Show's News and Ooze. God bless. We'll see you next week.